In 2010, I was diagnosed with B-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia. I was 10 years old, and being 10 years old means I was in a high-risk treatment protocol, calling for 3.5 years of pretty rigorous chemotherapy.
Each year, the number of people affected by cancer rises, and more than 17 million people are delivered the life-altering news that they themselves have been diagnosed. We live in a time where virtually everybody has a loved one who has been affected, and nearly 2 in 5 people will endure a battle with cancer in their lifetime.
This is my fight song. Take back my life song.
My sister recently got thyroid cancer as of January 15th.
My aunt unfortunately was diagnosed with breast cancer, and then later on in her life was diagnosed with kidney cancer.
First time I remember crying, I was only 10 years old. I didn't know what leukemia meant. I just knew it was scary. I knew it was serious. My parents were crying because I was crying. They were scared.
Internationally, the Sigma Chi fraternity has raised over $14.5 million for cancer research since the year 2005, and have recently made the largest philanthropic commitment in men's fraternity history by pledging another $20 million directed specifically towards women's cancers to honor the women that inspire us every day.
My mom was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer when I was a sophomore in high school. And one day at the dinner table, my mom, my dad, and my brother were all sat down, and it was a pretty grim environment. And she told us straight away that she was diagnosed, and my brother and I kind of broke down, and we didn't know how to take that in. And during the process, I would have to visit my mom in the hospital after school days, visit her on the weekends when I had plans to do things, and it was a pretty bad situation. Thankfully, she did beat it, but it gives me a lot of drive and encouragement for Derby days because she is the reason why I derby.
When I was 16 years old, my best friend Hannaoui, who was also 16 years old, got diagnosed with osteosarcoma. While all of us were studying for our SATs, trying to figure out what college we wanted to go to, getting ready for prom, she was stuck in the hospital going through chemotherapy, which is a really tough thing to do. But throughout all of it, she was so inspiring. She was a light in everyone's life around her, and she wanted to live so badly. I've never seen someone who worked so hard to try and live. She would constantly ask the doctors for other options and what she could do. But eventually her options ran out, and in August of 2020, she ended up passing away at 18 years old. I want to go forward and live for Hannaoui, and also stress the importance that time and money, the importance of time and money for cancer research. I think this philanthropy is so important because it allows someone else's child, someone else's sibling, someone else's friend to get those options that Hannaoui didn't get. So that they can have the chance to live, because I think it's so important that we give people those options.
I derby for my aunt, uncle, and my grandpa, who have all been affected by cancer.
I derby because I want to make a difference. I want to be the change as I am right now. In college, we're in a very privileged position, and in this fraternity, I know we can be the change, we can do better.
I derby for the countless kids that I've worked with who have been affected by cancer.
I derby for a future where the long-term effects are non-existent and the short-term effects are non-existent. You can just take a pill and be on your way and you're cured.
I derby for my boyfriend Alec and my dad, who are both living cancer-free because of research that's done at places like Huntsman.
The Huntsman Cancer Institute has over 200 dedicated teams of researchers studying all aspects of cancer. With the gracious help of your financial support, these teams at Huntsman have discovered more genes for inherited cancers than at any other cancer center in the world. Our goal as Sigma Chi's is to fundraise for the cure in every way possible to ensure that we are the generation to end cancer.
Derby Days is a week-long philanthropy here at UC Davis, where the 9 sororities on campus compete in different events and activities in order to engage the community and spread awareness about cancer research.
The Theta Omicron chapter here at UC Davis raised $65,000 in our last in-person Derby Days. This year, our goal is $100,000.
Thanks to corporations, parents, alumni, and sorority involvement especially, your support will enable us to reach our goal and be the generation that ends cancer.
know I've still got a lot of value left in me.